You are welcome to the Messiah Revelation channel. We are a prophetic channel dedicated to end times. Today we are looking at the coming redemption of the black man, the coming redemption of the ones who are called people of color, the coming redemption of the descendants of those who were kidnapped as slaves scattered all over the world. And we are talking about their hope and their salvation. And we are asking the question, does God know the black man? Does God know the oppressed? To many people who believe they don't have any hope of salvation. I'm talking about black men, black women. And some of them will even ask a question, where is God? The God that created the universe is not a God of a particular race. He is the God of the universe. And at the last day, in the end times, he will uplift those who are downtrodden. And so there is a God, and he appears to people. He appears to his people, those who are downtrodden, those who are humble, and those who seek him. They will find him. The God that we serve appeared to people when they were slaves, when they were in captivity. And I'll focus my analysis on a few people. And the first person we'll talk about is Nat Turner. You know his story. A slave who led a rebellion, a slave rebellion in America, and he was executed. And you know the story. And he says that the Lord appeared to him, an angel appeared to him. He had a vision, and he was commanded to fight and to rebel against his enemies, rebel against his oppressors. And so you can believe his story or you can disbelieve his story, that an angel of God appeared to him, even a Negro, even a slave, even a captive. Does God work that way? How come God will appear to a Negro? How come God will appear to a slave who is under captivity? The Lord did not appear to the white man, the slave master, but he appeared to the slave, the Negro, Nat Turner. And he says that he was commanded to lead a rebellion against his enemies. He was executed. Harriet Tubman, also a slave, a black woman who led his people to freedom. And she says he had visions about how to carry on the operation, and he became an important figure in the annals of slave emancipation in the United States. Does God appear to his people even when they are in captivity? Does God appear to the Negro? Should you believe the story of the Negro saying that God appeared to him? He had an encounter with Elohim. Will you believe that? I'll give you recent cases, and I will refer you to Ben-Ami, also an American, black American. They call him a black American, but he's a Hebrew. The Lord appeared to him, and he told him that he is a Hebrew and that he has to lead his people to Israel. I'm talking about the land of Israel that was given to the Hebrews by God. And he said an angel who appeared to him is the angel Gabriel. You can believe it or you can disbelieve it. But the question we ask is, how come God appeared to a Negro, a black person, and no other angel appeared to Ben-Ami, but the angel Gabriel, who appeared to the prophets of old, and appeared even to the mother of the Messiah, the parents of the Messiah, the angel Gabriel, appearing to Ben-Ami, somebody who lived in America, who didn't have any freedom, not respected, not recognized. And the Constitution of America counted him as a 3/5 of a human being, not a full human being. It was that man who had an encounter with an angel Gabriel. And the command was that he, as a Hebrew, must leave the land of bondage, United States, Egypt, America, and move with his people to Israel, the promised land. And it's very important that we have to understand that there's spiritual warfare going on. There's spiritual warfare about the identity of who is a Hebrew, and there's a spiritual warfare about the possession of the land given to Abraham and his descendants by God who created the universe. There's spiritual warfare. Remember the other day when Joshua was to enter the land, the Lord told him, Joshua, I've given this land to your forefathers, and you have to contend for possession. And so when the Lord gives you something, it's not that because it is free, because it's a gift, you have to rest. You need to contend for your possession. And so when the angel appeared to Ben-Ami, he did not sit down, and he carried out a plan to leave the land of his enemies, America, and he went to Africa, Liberia for some time before he led his people to Israel. And currently, his followers are still in Israel. They live in Dimona, and Dimona is close to Israel's nuclear facility. And lo and behold, Ben-Ami and his fellow Hebrews are living in Israel, founded in 1948, and they are living in the state of Israel, the 1948 state. It's a spiritual warfare. Israel is for which people? The angel Gabriel appearing to Ben-Ami, and Ben-Ami following the instructions of the angel of God, leading his people to a place, Dimona in Israel, one of the most dangerous places in the world. Every day they are subject to attack, and because they are living close to a nuclear facility, in the event of confrontation, nuclear confrontation, their lives will be in danger. But that is how a Negro, a black man, responding to his encounter with Elohim, let his people live in America before the risk of moving to a land that is very dangerous, a land where the Negro is not accepted as a Hebrew, a land where the Hebrew Israelites will not be accepted, and they will be subject to harassment, racial discrimination. But this is the case when a Negro responds to the command of Elohim to do what he has to do. We're talking about Ben-Ami. The angel Gabriel, he recalls that the angel Gabriel appeared to him in 1966. And I was watching a commentary, and the date is very significant. 1966, the time when angel Gabriel appeared to Ben-Ami, a black American, a Hebrew, and told him to move from America to the promised land. It was February 22nd, 1966. And few days later, February 24th, 1966, there was a major event in Africa. February 24th, 1966 was the day when the CIA supported a coup, the American Central Intelligence Agency, and NATO supported a coup d'etat that toppled the government of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of Ghana, Ghana being the first black nation to gain independence in 1957 from British colonial rule. And so we have to look at the spiritual implications. February 24th, the first black nation to get independence in Africa under British colonial rule will be toppled. But few days before then, 2 days before February 24th, 1966, the angel Gabriel appeared to Ben-Ami that he has to make a move from America and go to the promised land, because the Lord has promised Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that he will preserve a remnant of Hebrews who will inherit the promises that the Lord made to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Thus, God appeared to a black man. Thus, God shows himself in the life and in the direction and in the condition of his people, the choosing of God. And we can talk about how the Lord awakened his people, and the people who were used to awaken his people, I'm sure probably they didn't know that it was God who was awakening them. They were awakened to be a light to their people, to awaken their consciousness, to know who they are, so that they can shine as a light unto the Gentiles. And here we are talking about people like Marcus Garvey from the Caribbean. We are talking about George Padmore. We are talking about Nelson Mandela in South Africa. We are talking about W.E.B. Du Bois. You can call them political awakeners, those who awaken their people politically, consciously, awakening them to know who they are, to uplift them. And their command was go back to Africa, their land, the land from where they came on slave ships, scattered to all the four corners of the earth, a fulfillment of prophecy in Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. So the Negroes and the black men, their awakeners were not only political awakeners, and they were also people who were cultural awakeners. They were trailblazers, they were torchbearers, they became household names in the world, talking about athletes, including Jesse Owens, so meticulous, so talented that when he went to the Olympic Games in 1936, Adolf Hitler, the enemy of the chosen of God, did not shake hands with him. A cultural icon. The Negro, the black person, has been a light unto the Gentiles, and they are the progenitor of the major civilization, probably the first civilization that occurred in ancient Egypt, controlled by black men, black women, but the world will not acknowledge it. They will not acknowledge it because of racial prejudice. But for a long time, ancient Egypt, ruled by black pharaohs, became the manufacturers, the producers, and the progenitor of the ancient black civilization in ancient Egypt. Will God awaken the black man? Will God uplift the Negro? Will God redeem the Hebrew Israelite? Where is God? All this why the Lord uses the foolish things of this world to confound the wise, and the Lord is in the affairs of men, appearing to the slave, as we have said already, appearing to leaders of the Hebrew Israelite movement, as he appeared to Ben-Ami in 1966, and the Lord will appear to Hebrews again. He's appearing to them all the time, and he's giving them revelations about the future, and that revelation gives us hope. And so I will recall an encounter that I had, and that was in the year 2006. It happened in Baltimore in the United States. I was walking on the street and I saw a man, a black man, and all of a sudden we're having conversation about the end times. I didn't know him, he didn't know me, but he made a statement, and the statement is that there's going to be a black man who will rule the world, and after that, the Messiah will come, the end of the world will come. 2006, who is that black man who will rule the world? Is he going to be a president? Is he going to be a pope? Of course, 2006, 2007, 2008, you can say a black man ruled America, because he who rules America rules the world. That was Barack Obama. Is Barack Obama a black person? Anyone who has a small drop of black blood in America is considered a Negro, a black man. And so using that racial criteria, we will say that Barack Obama was a Negro and the first Negro president of America. The Lord is using the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. How come a Negro becomes a president of America over 200 years after independence? 200 years after a black man was counted to be a 3/5 of a human being, or just in few days, just in few hours, a black man is sworn in to become the 44th president of America, Barack Obama. His name even is something that confounds the whites, Barack Hussein Obama, and people mocked him. Prophetically, I'm saying that the coming of Obama is part of God's plan to uplift the black man, politically, to uplift him, his image, before the eventual upliftment of the black man, the Negro, the spiritual upliftment. And so I'm here to say that God is around and he appears to his people, and he uses diverse means to uplift his chosen people. And a time has come for the Lord to uplift his people. And so we are living at a time when the redemption is coming to the Negro, to the Hebrews who are scattered all over the world. And then when that redemption eventually comes, we understand the prophetic implications of the statement that the Messiah made in Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. The Lord is going to uplift the black man, the chosen of God, the Hebrew Israelites, and people will be confounded. The naysayers will be confounded. The doubting Thomases will be confounded, because the time for redemption of Africa is now. And Africa was the safe haven for the Hebrews. Africa was a safe haven for the Messiah and his family. Africa was the place where Christianity emerged before it spread to Europe 300 years later, 3 centuries later. And Africa is the land that has been set aside as a blessing to the world, the land, the continent that has the most precious minerals, the continent that is the richest in the world, and the continent that will be a light unto the whole world. And Africa's time is coming, and Africa will play a major role, a key role, predominant role in the kingdom of the Messiah that is coming. I'm saying this because of revelation. It's not everything that I can reveal, but I'm here to reveal to you that the Lord that we serve, he appears to his people as he appeared to Nat Turner, as he appeared to Harriet Tubman. And I'm here to tell you that the angel of the Lord, the angel Gabriel, appeared to Ben-Ami as he reported February 22nd, 1966. And in Ghana, there is someone, Tuachirafa, a man who also reports that an angel appeared to him, telling him that he is a descendant of the Hebrews, and so he has a hope. And he was shocked. How come the Lord will appear to me, a black man from Ghana, a Negro, telling me that I'm a descendant of Hebrew, I'm a Hebrew Israelite? How come? It's because of the centuries of miseducation and propaganda. Propaganda portraying God as a God of white people portraying black people as people who are cursed because of the color of their skin. But I'm here to tell you that God works in the affairs of men. He directs the affairs of men. It's time for the redemption and the uplift of Africa. The Hebrew Israelites who are scattered over the world, they will be gathered by the Messiah, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, and Africa will take a predominant role in the kingdom of the Messiah. After all, was it not a black man, Simon of Cyrene, who carried the cross of the Messiah? The same way that a black man carried the cross of the Messiah, black men and women, they will be in the army of the Lion of the tribe of Judah, and they will be selected in the 144,000 K, and they will be with the Messiah on Mount Zion. I'm saying this because by revelation given to me 2012, the sons of Issachar appeared to me in a vision, and they appeared as black men. And so I have confidence that Negroes and black men who are despised, who are discouraged, who are subject to all kinds of racial profiling, and they will be among the 144,000 people who will be selected, not based upon the color of their skin, but based upon the counsel of Elohim, to be the 144,000 K, those who were seen by Apostle John standing with the Messiah on Mount Zion. The time for the redemption of the Negro is now. The Hebrew Israelites will be redeemed and they will be saved. We need to accept the commandments of God and the gospel of the Messiah, Yeshua, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. As so God exists, he appears to men and women as he did in the case of Nathanael, a slave, in the case of Harriet Tubman, a slave. Of course, Harriet Tubman was using the name of a slave master. That's not her real name. She is not an American. She is an Israelite, somebody whose ancestors were kidnapped far away and were brought to America, Egypt, Sodom, America. The Lord appeared to her. The angel Gabriel appeared to Ben-Ami, and following the instructions, he led his people from America, from Chicago to Israel. They are living there. They are living on hope, on faith that their Messiah, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, will come. He's coming very soon, and it is time to redeem his people. And at the time that he comes, you know, Africa will be a light unto the Gentiles. The Hebrew Israelites will be a light unto the Gentiles. And as I've said already, the Hebrew Israelites will evangelize to the Gentiles, and Africa will be a beacon of hope to those who are scattered all over the world. And this is the message of hope and redemption for those who are downtrodden and those who have lost hope, thinking that the Messiah is not coming or he has delayed. He's on course, he has his plans, and his coming will be the beginning of the redemption of the Hebrew Israelites who are scattered over the world. And he has sent his angel to encounter some key people, and those who have encountered him, they are aware that the Lord exists, and he is a redeemer who is coming, and he will redeem and save his people, his chosen people. And at that time, we will understand the meaning of Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, and I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Meanwhile, Jerusalem will be trodden of the Gentiles until their time is up. My email is raptureafrica@yahoo.com. Leaving it in the description box. Thank you for watching this message. The redemption of the Negro is now based upon revelation. God will not forget you. He is on course. He is coming for your salvation and redemption. And it's a message divinely targeting you, the chosen of God. Thank you very much.